Hi, I'm Victor, and I'd like to talk a little bit about the 1 to 10 scale. It's a really simple tool, but it's amazing how effective it can be. So basically, it's a scale that goes from 1 to 10, and it's telling us about how angry we're feeling at that time. So if we're at a 1 or at 1 or 2 at the scale, we're feeling comfortable and relaxed, and we're thinking very clearly about what's going on. You get to 3, and we're starting to get a bit irritable and frustrated, and so by the time we get to 5, you're starting to feel angry. 6 is where you're angry and just holding it together. And then 7 is where you're angry and just starting to lose it. And then if you go to 8, that's your anger is becoming a problem, right through to 10, which is a total explosion. Now, sometimes the 1 to 10 scale is talked about in the same way that you talk about a traffic light. So the green is when you're in 1 to 4. So you're thinking clearly, you're coping with situations that come along, and you're good, you're calm and relaxed. And then 5, 6, and 7 is when you're in the orange. So you're still coping, but not as well. And then 8, 9, 10 is in the red. You don't want to go there because that's when you start doing stuff that you regret later on. Now, if you think about it, there's 2 numbers in there that are really useful to be able to recognize. We can notice that we're at a 4. And we will keep on going up to 5, 6, 7 if we keep on doing the same thing, if we don't do something different. Because what we want to do is at that point, we want to have a little flag that goes off in our head that says, hey, now is the time to stop and think about what you need to do for you and the people around you to stay safe. So that's really important if we can get that, because that's the ideal time to intervene. Sometimes we don't notice that, and we don't notice how we're angry, because quite often we'll think we're at a 3, but we're actually at a 5 or a 6. 6 is the next important number, because 6 is the point where you're angry and starting to lose it. So at that point, that's really your last chance when you're still thinking reasonably clearly and are reasonably able to act in a way that is going to work well. And so you really need to have that little signal going off in your head at that point to say, stop, think, what do I need to do to keep myself and other people safe? So it's a very useful little tool. It's really simple. And the way that we know what number we are on the scale is by noticing what's happening in our body, what's happening to our heart rate, what's happening to our breathing, what are our muscles feeling like? Are we feeling sweaty, our palms? Are we feeling hot because the blood's moving around? The more that we can notice those, the more that we can notice our emotions, the sort of thoughts that we have, the more control we have, because we know where we're at and we know when we should be making a good decision.